weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. The numbers last week for Toney.
4 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 9 yards to pick up there. That's a first down.
You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Back to throw here.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A first down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Now he's flushed out left. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because of that. He was looking right and he had the motor in his side. Certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Room here to run. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Carr. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man downfield. That's Galladay. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. 23 yards to pick up there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Galladay. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney there to make the grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
From the 6. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Gano's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Giants ready to come out now. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's got Bellinger.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to coach now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half of the Raiders. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished in the air those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll just get rid of it. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. With it is Jackson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They run into heavy set on third down, and it usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6.
Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. From just shy of midfield, Carr to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Now Carr on the bootleg.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now back to throw. And this one's incomplete. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And the Raiders have got him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Carr going to try and throw on third down. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And it's caught. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here we go, 45 seconds left, and things have boiled down to this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. second down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. They're going to look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the